Hello, this is a tutorial on the physics library editor of the urban energy platform SImStadt, which is developed in the Hochschule für Technik Stuttgart. For more information on the SImStadt platform, you can watch the SImStadt tutorial made by Romain Nouvel on the 2nd of June 2015. The physics library editor allows to create and edit libraries of building physics types, which are going to be used in the physics preprocessor of the SImStadt platform in order to deduce thermal parameters of a building shell from its building age, type, and refurbishment level. So to begin, I will import a standard library to show you how it looks like. Once the library is imported, it appears in this left part of the GUI, as well as all its building types. A building type falls into several layer ranges, which contains the physics properties of a building belonging to this building type, but which was built in this year range. And each year range contains several variants. Here there are refurbishment variants, and they contain physics properties of buildings refurbished according to these variants. The middle part of the GUI can contain three kinds of views. Now it contains the library view because the library is selected in the left part of the GUI. So this library view contains information about the library, its name, a source, and a short description. And it also contains a list of the variants of the building year range of the library. The second view is the building type view, which appears if you select a building type in the left part of the GUI. This building type view contains the name of the building type, its ID, and the list of all the building year ranges of this building type. And the last view is the building category view, which appears if you select a building year range or a building variant in the left part of the library. This building category view shows the name, year range, and variant of the selected category. It shows its global physics properties and its shell properties. It is possible to provide shell properties for the outwalls, ground, top ceiling, and pitch roof. And these shell properties concern the construction type, the window type, and the shading type. In the right part of the GUI, there is a construction panel where you can define construction type, window types, and shading types, and below the materials panel where you can edit the materials. So to create a material, you have to choose the category in which you want to create the material. Then you can click on the Add button and the material will be added. It appears at the end of the list, and then you can provide the name and the physics properties. The materials are used in order to define construction types in the upper part of the GUI. So the construction types can be either for an outwall, a ground shell, a pitch roof, or a top ceiling. So you have to choose the category to create the construction type. Then the new construction type appears in the list and its properties appear here. So you can give a new name and you can add new materials by drag and drop from the materials table. So let's add two materials. You can give the thickness of these materials, and we can see that the U value of this new construction type appears here. You can then choose to copy or to delete materials. In the window type tab, you can create and edit the window types. So when you create or when you select a new window type, its properties appear in these fields and you can modify them. And in the same way, you can create and edit shading types. Now I am going to add a new library here. And I will give it a new variant. Let's call it refurbishment 1. Then for the already existing building type, I will add some new year ranges, and I will give the corresponding period, let's say 1900, 1950. We can notice that the name changes automatically with the year of beginning and of end of the year range. When we add year ranges, these year ranges automatically are added in the left part of the GUI under the corresponding building type. And then when we click on them, we can edit their properties in the category view. So here I am going to add some construction type to the first building year range. So to do this, I click on the choice box and I can choose one of the construction types which are already here. These construction types can be defined and modified in the construction types. Here I choose the outwalls tabs, so the construction types shown here as the construction types of the outwall category here. In the same way, I can provide window type and shading type, which correspond to the window types and shading types defined in the construction panel in the left upper part of the GUI. For the ground, it is not possible to provide any window type or shading type, as there are no openings in the ground. And for the top ceiling and pitch roof, you can check the non-existent shell component checkbox if the pitch roof or top ceiling does not exist for this building year range. Then I will add a variant to this period. So we can see that the variant which appears is the variant created in the library. And if I choose to add a new variant, it will add it automatically in the library variant list. Now let's have a look at these small warning icons which appear here. They indicate that the library is not valid, which means that it cannot be used in SImStadt application because some parameters are missing or are not correct. So when you move the mouse on this warning icon, you can see what is not correct, and you can also see the list of warning message by clicking on the validate button in the library view. Here, for example, the first problem is that some year ranges are overlapping. So if I click on the building type, I can see that these two building year ranges are overlapping. So if I provide 2001 instead of 2000, then the warning disappears from here. Once the library is edited, it is possible to protect the data, which means that preventing any further modification by clicking on this protected checkbox. Then all the text field will be disabled, as well as the choice box, and it won't be possible to add year ranges, to delete them, or to add variant. Then the library can be saved by clicking on the Save item of the File menu. And in the File menu, we can also see that there is a partial import possibility, which allows to import only materials, construction types, window types, or shading types of a library file, instead of importing the whole library. So this is the physics library editor of the SImStadt platform. For more information on the SImStadt platform, you can watch the SImStadt tutorial or also the SImStadt usage library editor tutorial, which allows to edit usage libraries, which is almost the same as physics libraries but for usage types.